Sure.
Hey everyone, how are we doing today? Pretty good, pretty good. All right, how many of you have Cursor installed on your device? Show of hands. Okay. For those of you who don't, definitely get that installed. It's up here. Students, you get Cursor Pro for free, for a whole year. So definitely take advantage of that, student discount. So, um, let's kind of get started. Now, how many of you have actually used Cursor before? Okay, okay, fair amount, fair amount. It's good. That's really good to hear. Okay, so someone's gonna need to be brave here, but can someone say what is vibe coding? You know, at a high level. Raise your hand. Sure.
I would say live coding is creating a program or application um, while using an AI agent to basically fill in or suggest certain code elements.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So vibe coding is kind of like using natural language to kind of say like, hey, I want you to do this. Please write it for me. And the program, usually some type of AI agent, is able to make those coding changes for you and actually do it. So I'm sure a few of you have read this tweet before, but um, this is where the term vibe coding actually was popularized. So we're just supposed to like embrace the vibes, press, you know, like what does it say? Like accept all and just, you know, give in, let the AI agent do what it wants. But exactly like we said before, like it's really just it's less about that. You kind of have to work with the LLM. You have to actually read some of the code that it writes, or if not all of the code that it writes, because it does have some limitations, of course. So this is a little slide on why the top companies are choosing Cursor AI. Um, actually, just one sec. Yeah. So this is why you know, top companies are choosing Cursor AI. It's used by Google, Meta, GoDaddy, and as like over half of the Fortune 500 companies to speed up development. Um, and you know, make their engineers like give them less stress as well. It's really simple and easy to use because it's familiar, right? It's like a VS Code fork, and it's available in yeah every coding language, and it also knows like your full code base versus having to paste in code segments. Here you can just kind of talk to your code base and see, oh hey, how can I use this or what can I do with it? Okay. So a few things before we get started for the or with the actual workshop part. Um, how many of you guys can, name all of these or some of them? You can just shout it out. No need to raise hand. So we see like at the very bottom, we have like Wix, we have GoDaddy Arrow, we have things like Lovable, Bolt. They're more of like low code, no code solutions. And then we have like Copilot, Cody, more on the less flexible side. They're used for specific languages or specific use cases. And then on the where we want to be very developer driven and flexible on the side with Claude Code, with Cursor, and with Jules. So this is me. I'm a software engineer at GoDaddy. I build a lot of AI agents, do a lot with like agentic architecture. I use like OpenAI tools, et cetera, et cetera. I've been a officer at GDG at ASU for 2 years. I use Cursor. My whole team uses Cursor. You should use Cursor. I wanted to quickly just, note, definitely raise your hand if you need help at any point, if you need help with setup, if you get stuck somewhere, Cursor gets stuck somewhere, one of our technical officers will help you. Yeah, technical officers, please, raise your hand and let people know who you are. We also have this mandatory ASU artificial intelligence disclaimer. So definitely don't use the AI tools unless you're allowed, especially for stuff like homework. Anything that requires creativity or where you be saying like, this is my, or where you want to say this is my work. That's not the purpose of AI, right? Okay. So now getting into the fun stuff, we're gonna make an offline T-Rex game with Cursor. Okay, so first, everyone should open up Cursor. Let's see, where's my tab for it? So after you install Cursor, you should see something along the lines of this. If you've used it before, you see your old projects. Maybe you have some settings that are different from the rest of us who just installed it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open a new project. Just a quick show of hands, who does have Cursor installed at this point? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait 2 quick minutes. Everyone should have Cursor set up, and then we'll proceed.
Yeah, very important. Nice. Um, but it's not it's a free pro. You get unlimited habit steps. So you basically You're unlimited. I'm just not the max. So it has access to like all of the LLM.
Let's run over top.
Yeah. Let's get started. So yeah, we're gonna go open up cursor. We're gonna open project. I'll just create a new folder called offline T-Rex. We're gonna create that and open it. And you see it looks literally exactly like VS Code. The only difference maybe is like the bar on the side. Normally you'd have like, I don't know, all of those options. They're up here now. So if you have a Mac, if you press Command L, you will see the chat. And right now we don't have any files in this folder. We just have a folder open. Is everybody at this stage? Okay. Nice. Now we're going to chat with, let's see what our model is. We have it on auto right now, but we can also see that has all of these other ones like Claude. We have GPT-5. We can select these, and some of them cost more money. And then there's of course like max mode. This is like super duper powered, but it costs a lot. So I wouldn't recommend using it unless you really need to like power through something. But we're just gonna keep it on auto for now. And let me type in the prompt. We're gonna want to write something like, can you create a offline T-Rex game using HTML and CSS and JavaScript? So I'm gonna turn off the mic and you can go ahead and do that too. Okay. And after we type in this prompt, it's pretty unspecific. Like we have like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to help kind of guide it where it needs to go. And it will use like the context that the LLM it's using has to know, like, I know what a offline T-Rex game looks like and what kind of features it should have. But we could also get more specific with it. We could go the full like prompt engineering route too, where we say like, you are a expert software engineer or something like that and tell it what it should do. But we're going to keep it very simple for now. We see that it started talking to us. We can see it has this to-do list that it's going to go through. So this is the agent kind of working behind the scenes. And then we'll see it kind of create the files on the side here. And then we'll run it. I'm so excited. Does anybody need any help at this point while we let it generate? Okay.
Who didn't?
Okay, so just like that, we have all of our code. That literally took less than 30 seconds. That's insane. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up our index HTML. We have this go live button. I'm not sure if that's an extension that I've installed previously. If you don't see that button, let me see your hand. Okay. Let's see if I can find it up here. Live server. It's this one. It's called live server, and it will run and update your HTML and CSS on the browser. Oh, also, yeah, we can see the code. We can see the keep, undo. Yeah. For now, we're just gonna press keep all right here, or you can press it here or go through the files. Keep. Okay. Well, let's go live. So that doesn't look anything like the T-Rex game, but it tried. It doesn't have like all of the assets that Google does, but let's try. Oh. You see a cloud coming in? And because this is a live demo, we're going to run into a ton of bugs, and that's kind of what I hope, so I can show you like all of the features of Cursor. So we can see the clouds moving in, but there's nothing for us to jump over. Like we can jump, but nothing's coming towards us like we would expect. So let's actually, I don't know how to end the game with this. We're just going to close it out. And let's ask it some more details. I'm going to say something like, hey, this isn't working. I'm not seeing any obstacles in my way.
Yeah, you can try.
Okay, so we just sent that. And let's see what it says. See the issue, the problem is obstacle movement, logic. Okay, so it's like explaining the code as we go, so we can kind of understand what it's doing without knowing what any of this code does, which is also really cool. Okay, so it's saying what it fixed, the key changes, just summarizing like what it did for us. Okay, let's try again. Okay. Still no obstacles. Okay, so in this case, if you guys have the pro version, I'm not sure about the free version. Oh, game over. I'm not sure about the free version, but you can actually take screenshots and you can put them into Cursor. So we can basically take a screenshot. Like, hey, this is running. Sure. Okay, so we're continuing to debug it and try and figure out what's wrong. But you see how we were able to generate so much code and like literally all of the code for it to get at least the clouds moving, at least the basic functionality of the character jumping in less than 30 seconds. So that's kind of the new flow that this is like AI based development is going to take. where you code the initial thing with AI. Our prompt is really, really vague and like huge. So it doesn't have all of the specifics. So it kind of just works with what it knows, what it should do. But obviously it can be more and more specific with it. And like if you're working with a huge code base and you have like an idea in your head what should be changed, like, hey, we want to like an example at my job would be, hey, we want to fix this authorization issue. And then you add specifics around it, like it's not supporting this, it's not supporting that. Or we want to add features for it. Here's the documentation for adding that specific feature, and then it can go in and change that for us. So let's try this again. It still jumps. Okay, but still no obstacles. I think the obstacles thing is really hard for it to figure out right off the bat. Because it might not know things like specific things like what those obstacles are supposed to be, what the like hitbox for it is. It's hard to make like a whole game from just one prompt. But if we ask it something, sure.
You get it into the tab, like once you had your context, you typed it in. Like I must have missed a step where you got it into the tab.
We're using an extension. It's called Live Server. Let me see this one. Super duper helpful for like any type of HTML, CSS development or anything where you want it like just in your browser.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to do something that we definitely have control over with cursor, and it can be kind of like not specific. So like we can say, I want this background color to be black. So instead of having all of this context right here, we're going to do a completely different chat and press this new chat button up in the top right. And we're going to go ahead and press this symbol so you can add files, rules, and other things like documentation, like I was saying. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add in the style.css file. And we're going to ask it to make the background black. Okay. And let's go ahead and run it. Okay, it's noticing what it already has, and then changes it for us. Can accept, and let's see. Nice. Okay, it changed that for us. So these are like the kind of annoying repetitive changes, like when you have a huge CSS folder or file that has like tons and tons of lines, you won't have to go through that anymore. And that can also be helpful for other huge files. Okay. You can also do things with this, like debugging if you have some really weird like AWS errors. You can kind of help yourself figure those out and help Cursor figure those out by like using the terminal. There's this is kind of a similar feature. You can highlight code and you can add it to the chat. There's also this like quick edit that you can use to interact with models. And it would pop up like a little input field right here. It does the same thing as this main chat, but the main chat has like all of the context of your code base. Okay, and then one other really, really helpful thing you can add it or ask it to add comments to the entire code base. And then it will go through and add those comments for us so we can understand our code more. Now, there are some other things that I like to do with it, like when I'm seeing a new code base for the first time, like huge legacy code, I can clone the repository from GitHub, see all like it'll index the code base for me, and then I can ask it questions. I'll keep this. I can ask it questions using a different type of chat, which I'll show you in just a sec. Where you can say like, hey, can you explain this entire code base to me? Or can you explain this specific thing that I need to change? Okay, you see that it added all the comments. That's great. And they're good too. Okay. So here's how we would do that ask method. And you'll also see that there's a plan type too. So we're going to go to ask. Explain just a second. We're going to say something like, can you explain this code base to me? And the main, actually, can you explain the main features of this code base? What it's supposed to do? Okay, so now we have a very like high level overview of the code and what it's supposed to do. We can also ask it, what method makes the dinosaur jump? Okay, so now we see it here, and we can just click on the header where it says script.js and see it highlighted the code for us. Really, really cool. Yeah. So that's kind of the gist. We also have like the plan feature. I haven't really used that one that much, but this kind of comes into play when you want to do something really, really complex and it may have multiple steps and you need to kind of brainstorm first and understand first, or give it the context to kind of understand what it needs to do before you actually ask it to code the things for you. And of course, you can use all of these agent, plan, ask in the same kind of chat. Does anyone have any questions before we continue? Okay. We're gonna take 1 minute.
Yeah. Good help on me. Yeah. Oh, okay, so I don't know how you use that. Question is. Very nice, but it's so cool. Say this one.
Doing I got lucky.
Any last questions before we move on? Okay. Okay, guys, let's go back to this one. One last thing. So cursor is awesome, but as we saw with like our obstacles, it has some limitations. There's some security risk. I don't know if you've heard about that. People are saying that we're out of jobs, but the security people aren't. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's just something that people say. But you can mitigate that by using like the privacy settings and definitely not sharing your keys with cursor. It can also produce bad code. Again, if you're like ambiguous with what you say, or tell it to do, if it's getting like confused because there's so much kind of like bloat either from it generating things that it's confused about, or just like unused code, a lot of commented out code, it'll try and use that and be like, why did you do this? You to mitigate that, I'll just review your code. Make sure that you use new chats often when you're changing topics, and definitely try and keep your code base clean. And then it's also bad with like new frameworks, new versions of frameworks, because the LLMs haven't heard about that stuff yet. So in that case, you would want to add new documentation. I should show you that actually. Let's go back here. How we would add new documentation is you see this open settings in the top right corner. We can do that. And then if we go to, I think it's maybe at the bottom of one of these. Find it. Yeah. Indexing and docs. So here you can add in your own specific docs. So for example, I was trying to use Mapbox, and it didn't have any documentation about that. So I was like, let me add it. You just add like the URL that you want it to index. And it scrapes the website and then uses like retrieval augmented generation on it so it can figure out what it needs to do. Super duper helpful. Okay, so here's a little surprise for you guys. So you get to compete for the chance to win something. So it's like a little mini hackathon, right? Teams of 1 to 4 members. Don't worry, each of you guys will get prizes. You can use any of the AI coding tools. You don't have to use Cursor, but we of course prefer Cursor. You must demo to the members of the GDG officers. Okay, let me introduce this first. Okay, sorry. Obviously, don't create anything that goes against ASU's code of conduct or breaks any of the AI rules that we talked about before. And of course, have fun. And then in the scoring criteria, where we'll check like your front end, your back end, aesthetics, usability. So that's like, does it work? Creativity, how crazy or interesting did you make it? And then solves a real life problem. Because we always want to do that. Winning team. There's one winning team. Each member will get one of these items. You get to pick and choose. So the Echo, you have Google Swag, and a 1 TB SSD. Okay. Before we move to the next slide, because I know a few of us are using the web version of Cursor. We definitely want to be using the downloaded on your device version of Cursor, so you're able to run things properly. Is anyone having any issues with that right now? Is anyone using the web right now? Web version of Cursor? Raise your hand. Okay, I guess we're good to get started, guys, right? Who wants to win one of these? Okay. Here we go. Here's the prompt. Who can build the most impressive project in 15 minutes with Cursor? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. We got the timer started, guys. Get to work. You also have to fill out this QR form. No, don't worry too much about it. It's just like two prompts. But get started. Time is already counting down. Oh, and then just one little thing. I know that the form asks for a GitHub repository link. If you don't have that, if you don't have Git already, just come talk to me and I'll get you on the list of presenters.
Are you gonna work on it? What is it?
Kind of went to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that.
Answer.
Yeah, I mentioned this. Thank you.
Some.
We just, black cards. This is. Oh, yeah, it's.
That's good for an idea. Did you ask me for an idea?
Okay. Thanks, man.
Auto generated.
Only up to like.
Yeah, we need to.
There's actually more. Yeah, yeah, I do. You saw it.
Hey, everybody, only 5 minutes left. Remember to submit the QR code and then come up here and talk to me if you don't have the GitHub link.
I mean, I actually have a book. For some reason. You're right, yeah, I think lowest bottom line.
Something. It's asset tennis. She's fired. You always understand what go down. Just go. Yeah. Wow, jeez.
You save that?
That's what I.
Seven seconds. And it is submitted. It's not getting added to GitHub or something.
I'm making. Did we push it? Yeah, we. Yeah, I mean, you can make it.
Hey, I'll give you.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you just 5 minutes to fill out the form. And then we'll start judging. Remember, you only have 1 minute to present to us. There are going to be 5 judges.
Yes.
And it looks like we have 4 responses right now. That's pretty good odds.
Sure, good luck.
So much.
Yeah. How do you determine who's going first?
You just choose the order.
Of response.
The order in which the responses were submitted, yeah.
Don't worry, we're going to change this in 5 minutes. So take a picture.
We have 6 submissions now, that's cool. And
Oh,
this is like
nice.
one
7.
team. Arnav, Shravan, Arshay.
Nice. Okay, the odds are becoming worse.
No, right. Your thing did go through. What I was like, just go to something, make the changes.
Yeah.
It's submitted. Where is it?
So you go ahead and.
You don't have a GitHub link, just put like blah 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 in that,
Then it gives you an option.
and you will still get to present.
Then come in.
Yes.
I'm all right. You're. Work.
One of them is like.
Yeah. They two.
Yeah.
One is, I don't know.
And see that, and go internal phone. And your system read. You'd like this. Oh, yeah. I guess. I know I'll be a little pressure.
Give me something.
Like it.
like everybody else like one person. Yeah. That's why you ride other.
3, 2, 1. Okay, can the judges please come up to the front? Please sit down.
Yeah, can someone help them? Can we get the QR code again?
Sure.
Find it. You can see it gives go to the existing files. Yeah. It's going to new files. Right.
Okay, good. Joe, come to the front. You're gonna present to us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show us what you build.
Yeah. They need the QR code. But I think it's. I'm not going to. I'm showing. Yeah. Yeah.
Turn it to images.
Yes, but then we just. Okay, all right, well, I thought that. Help. I'm gonna break away. I'm like. Yeah, I am. Basically. How you feel? Say I'm feeling lonely. Well. Take a little. But it'll also provide resources on what you might be looking for. If you're looking for building connections with people, you click on this link and it will send you to. Which we can connect. You know what you're looking for. Your opportunities to find. You do that. Also, if you want to write a little note about how you feel, going on in your life, write that in your personal journal. It's fine. Save these and do it. So you remember what day you wrote this. Come back and see how you're doing. Come back and that's all of that for different emotions. So say you're feeling excited, it's going to send you resources of any.
But
yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for presenting.
Okay, we have Arnav, Shravan, and Harsha and Aru. All four of you, can you guys come here? Present project.
Arnav, Shravan, and the team. I think there's 4 of you. Do you guys want to bring your laptop?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Okay, this is what you guys do. Yeah, like 3 minutes. You guys wanna present?
Yeah.
Oh, you can still do it someone.
Guys.
Your name's I know. I know it's barely see us. And then I like trying to log in. One game ever seen.
Number one is innovation.
Okay. All right, you guys still have like 15 seconds left.
Yeah.
Like you'll see all these other ones, can be so boring.
You guys are the coolest.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys did a game, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Alright.
Boring.
All right, then.
Was good for points, okay.
You guys.
I can't get it.
Okay.
Aswin, can you come here and present your project? You can bring your laptop.
What do you wanna name your?
Nice, so good. You should try.
Created. Yeah.
This one.
Emergency.
And my data
Also, it'll kind of save it. File. It'll have how much you upload. Thanks, Usman. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can see it. Yeah, that's the good. That's the job. Open goals. It's basically the same one, two, with a different.
Can I just delete everything? Because kind of scared me by telling.
Yes. No, but I'm not saying that they can go back. Then if it was a bad fight, like you can use it. So that's if you just try to give so the wrong thing or remove
You think you can judge?
Keshav, right? Let's do Keshav, right? Yeah. Ayush, bring your project.
They only let's start the.
That's actually reading it.
He's
Yeah.
Another scenario.
Yeah. Put something else. I don't know. This is pretty good. You want to try?
I don't have any idea, but I like this.
Okay, Carol. What do you think? Cake show.
Is there cake, Keshav? Team cake or like?
I did it on this one.
Alright, yeah, you can just bring your. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll start.
For a long time. Inches maybe kind of responses with a very funny answer and it gives you a for sure answer that even if you good or not, you're not going to regret it later. Basically, after the opinion first, let's say,
Pretty good. Pretty good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Keshav. It was. Noah and Braden.
You good? Okay.
Let's just.
Okay.
I don't have. I didn't do.
Come together, yeah, fine. If you win, you win.
Okay. So this is, I made like a two-time drawing. So I think. And my first time Bible study.
That's what?
But I thought it was and I liked it. So they can also. The guy doesn't work. He clears like a screenshot. I should know it might work.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. It does work, but.
That was a good job in 15 minutes. That was good.
Right now we have. Do we have 2 idiots, not 3, but 2 idiots? in a team. Oh yeah, you guys. Very creative team name, I would say.
Oh, it actually was.
This one is better. Let's see the best one. Yeah, so the first line. So it just gives you a it might be really confusing. I said that. Then it will also tell them that moderate audio. Quite moderate. That big. See, it's not that. Yeah. You can also.
That was good. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Already went. Wow.
Adam Eliason. Adam.
What's your name? Yes.
What's the name? Jump on that. Great. Any questions?
I don't know.
That's great.
I love the use. Like half speed.
That was very good. Sick. Okay, here we go.
All right, space battle. Suraj Shinde.
You have to keep in mind that if you attack one alien, you will just kill the aliens, but in the alien you will what point then you get for the like
that I did. Alien. So I got this.
That's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Try Maheen.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
My. Huh?
Very nice. Good job. Thanks.
Yashwant,
Yashwant Gowda. Yeah, you're up.
I've uploaded twice, but the first one was. Just the one with it's called local.
sure that works. We
Yeah,
can
that's
do
fine.
one together.
You should have a slice of pizza.
You had some complicated.
Usually it stays for like 3 hours. So that's why.
So it's emergency. They have live again to find broker.
Good. Like it could be like a.
Thank you so much. Please to sign, Shubdeep, Calvin and Saket.
Sorry,
I just left that up. Yeah, I was like that.
That's all good, as long as. That's good, you just have to demo here.
Twenty hours.
Hey, just show that.
Show the app. You only have one
No,
minute.
it's like 10 hours per week, but in my first week, I'm getting while my second interview. I already had like 2 interviews.
There are other planning options.
The main side.
So.
Did everybody? I think I know. That's 35.
I'm just sharing about it.
In my high school.
Okay, we have our final winners. Winners, did you hear that? So. Drum roll? Drum roll? Do we do that thing here? Come on. Beach to Sign and Adam. All right, guys. Congratulations.
Hey, do you guys do it again? Take a picture with you. We have a bunch of prizes that you guys can choose from, but it comes in a variety of colors, so you get to choose and then you get to liberty. Sounds good? We have to do. Yeah, this one.
Or the cursor, yeah.
Cursor one, let's do the cursor one. That's such a. Yeah. I think you guys made like amazing projects, like considering it was 15 minutes, no, not even kidding. Okay, some of them were not like that amazing, they were alright. You guys know which ones we're talking about, but they were pretty good. Like in 15 minutes, we saw like 4 submissions within 7 minutes. That was like amazing. That was like very cool. All right. Big round of applause for Adam, Eliason, and
I can take the photo.
sure. Why not? All right. It should be everywhere. Right there. Do you guys want to join us for the photo?
Yeah,
Yeah, come on.
yeah, officers, and then
All the officers.
honestly, if everybody wants to join,
Yeah, why not?
yeah,
Come sit all join. Come on here, guys. All right.
there's gonna be a lot of people.
We'll do dynamics. Why not? Let's stand like, what should we do? If we push this like a little bit back.
Bring it.
Yeah, it's like everybody over here. Wait, can you get here?
Alright, so we go.
Yeah, everyone get here.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Are we?
Are we able to cover it? I mean, we can sit down. What?
Hey.
Curve?
I don't know.
Let's make like a curve.
How's it? That was good.
Yeah, I can do. I will just sit down. That's placard, the GDSC sign. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now everybody?
Not everybody.
Everybody.
Let's use
Let's
number
go.
1 in innovation. Let's innovate how we can get a picture for all of us, you know, let's, this is the challenge.
We can stand far behind.
And everyone gets like a good GDSE sticker, which we'll give in our next workshop. We don't have to. Okay. I'll take it.
Oh no, where we gotta go. Are you in?
You guys wanna join?
Are you sure?
You later. Join for the.
No, like, the one credit.
What you say.
Yeah, I'm in like with that old guy who does. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Picture.
Trader.
All right, guys. Let's line up.
Are we gonna do the forks up thing?
Yeah, let's do forks up.
Forks up,
You guys
everybody?
wanna come and like sit down if possible?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll be out of frame. Like the ones in the corner, Huang, can you bring some people like here?
Yeah. Or,
Huang, you have to come here.
yeah,
You're out of
come on.
frame. Yeah, it's good. Right, yeah. Let's look good. Everyone gets the stickers next workshop. Don't worry. And pizzas too.
And then.
Do we have any pizza left?
Zero pressure in the pool.
I mean, like.
Really?
Yeah.
That was problematic. They like a little bit.
Water.
Like.